1-inch spuds suck. I've been needing a 1-inch spud for a while now. My cousin Dennis gave me a 7/8 spud that he opened up to a 1-inch and I loved it. Huge shout out to Dennis Cox. He stepped up and is now working for the apprenticeship as a teacher. I would drop a link to his social media down below, but he's kind of like an antisocial fella. He watches my YouTube videos, so if you're watching, thanks bro. But anyway, somebody stole that spud that he gave me a few years ago. And so now, let's make a new one. First and foremost, I hate 1-inch spuds. They're giant. They're super long, they're super heavy, they don't fit well in your scabbard, they just plain suck. If you just get a Klein 7/8 spud, which you find them everywhere, and open it up to 1 5/8 inches, you're golden. Do not get an AB or a Bethlehem spud and open up one of those. For one, you're gonna destroy all the vintage coolness, and for two, they're probably already so old and brittle that the freaking thing will crumble like old man Crumpet's tooth. A little tip: if you do not know what socket you need for the size of bolt you have, you take the size of the bolt, so in this case a 1-inch, so you take 1, you divide that number by 2, that equals 1/2. Now you add that number plus the diameter of the bolt. So now you're left with 1.5 inches. And if you have a hard bolt, you add 1/8. And ironworkers most of the time work with hard bolts. So it'd be 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/8. So for a 1-inch bolt, you need 1 5/8 inch socket for a rattle gun to rattle up some 1-inch bolts. Another side note, ironworkers deal with 3 strengths of bolts. You have the A325, which is a hard bolt, and an A490, which is even harder. And you have an A307, which is a soft bolt. Also, notice that I said bolt strengths, not bolt types, because ironworkers deal with a few different types of bolts. We have hex bolts, and then we have TC bolts. TC bolts have a tip on the end that takes a special gun called a Lejeune gun to snap the bolt, quote unquote. TC, which stands for tension controlled, never mind. I can make a whole video about this, so I'll just make another video later on. Let's get started on making this spud work wise. Make sure you evenly take off of both sides of the spud wrench. Don't take all off of one side. Have some pride in your work. This is going to be your tool, it's going to be work-wise, and it's going to be a lightened 1-inch. You'll thank me later when you're carrying a 1-inch for 6/10s for 6 months. This is obviously going to weaken the spud. We're not going to use this damn thing as a knocker wrench. We're going to use this for connecting and bolting up. Let's get started. I'm going to go nice and easy with it. I'm not going to go super crazy and push really hard to heat it up to make it even more brittle. Just take your time, don't get crazy, drink a couple beers, and just have fun. I'm making sure to take this nice and easy. I'm going a little bit, taking a measurement. Going a little bit, taking a measurement. You can lay it out and put some Sharpie lines on there and follow it, maybe cut it with a porter band. I'm just easing it with the grinder, no rush. Just like I said, you don't want to rush this, you don't want to hack it all up, and you don't want to heat it up a lot. So make sure you do it a little bit, kind of chill, do it a little bit, kind of chill. But so far so good, it's looking good. And boom! There you go. Now you have a lightened 1-inch spud to go connect with. Obviously, don't go stand on this damn thing. Use it smart. Also, it might be hard to see, but notice how I kind of beveled the end of each side of the jaw on this side and on this side. That allows you to kind of hop over your washer easier when you're wrenching down. It's just a little things. I mean, it's nothing, like this isn't gonna make or break you, but if anything's gonna make you just a second faster, seconds turn into minutes and minutes turn into hours, and if you save the company man hours, you're gonna make more money. Plain and simple. I also cleaned up the tip and made it a little bit more tapered. You wanna do this very sparingly because you'll make it weak. But it's nice to have it all tuned up when you barely have a hole and you need to work a two-tool. Another little tip or term is two-tooling a point. Two-tooling is where you barely have a hole, so you kind of stab it on the push side and then work your sleever bar on the pull side. You kind of do this back and forth. You always want to position your sleever bar on the pull side if all possible, because you're stronger in a pull rather than a push. It'll make more sense if you've never been in this scenario, or if you have and haven't really realized it, try it next time. Put your sleever bar in a pull and you'll make magic happen. I can make a whole nother video about like connecting tips and stuff also. But before this video is like an hour long, if you have any other questions, feel free to contact me on Instagram, PM me, or drop a comment down below. I will respond as fast as possible. I love helping people out. Work safe out there, and if you want some cool ironworker stuff, go to Building America USA and go get yourself a hat like this. If you want 10% off, you can go ahead and put Chance Fabs on the promo code. But anyway, cheers. Thanks for watching.